Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, welcome back to Reframe Mindset Podcast. My name is Carson Brooks. I know this episode talk about the fact that I'm going to work and see in the high school. Oh my god, I seeing school kids going back to school. One of the things I'd be like, that was one of the things where I'd be like, yeah, this episode would be like, yeah, like, enjoy those days, bro. Enjoy those days. Cause no matter the bad, those days were priceless. And the thing, one of the things that I always try to keep mentioning is that you have to try to keep be yourself. Be as much of yourself as to find people who actually deal, like you. You know, doesn't make sense to actually try to be someone else. That was one of the things that I'm actually proud of, in the sense that I was who I was. I was who I was. And I find people who was like me. And though the trials and tribulations have been what my personality type was there. What I would change is that I would be more confident in my personality. I guess that's the only thing I would change. Not my personality, the fact that I was be more comfortable in that personality. That would be the only thing I change. But I was glad I actually went through those phases because now, I manifested the person that I wanted to be. I manifested the person that I wanted to be. And I'm more comfortable in it. So I'm more comfortable being, the person that I want to be and working to be more of the person that I want to be, not being someone else. And that is actually peaceful, going to bed knowing that, you're not pretending. You're just you. That is very peaceful. Just going to bed knowing that, you. I don't have to wake up tomorrow pretend to be someone else. I'm basically who I say I am. And you just big chilling, and then boom, you find a couple people that is like you, and then the next thing is just basically be on get on common ground. That is the next thing. So that's basically what that basically what the high school experience is like. Getting to find you, find out your find out your space, and then find people who will be like, who will tolerate you being in your element. And it's possible. I actually went through it and actually found people who do that. It was with its ups and downs, but it was there. It was there. But those days are priceless, especially for that I play basketball and stuff like that. Those days were priceless. I'm playing games. One of my favorite class was IT class because going um I said I'm coming from way way poor days, and I you know I my in my home I had a computer for a while. Well, not I, but the house had a computer for a while. I usually play this nice game that I enjoy, but the computer broke, and then due to the person that was using the computer actually left the home to actually go somewhere else, and I was basically a little kid. I did not get to use that computer. I did not get to use that computer, so one of the favorite thing for me was uh, information technology class because they actually go into the computer lab and you're basically sitting around your own computer, bro. So it's like, bro, I was like in the future, bro. But one of the thing was that I said you found your friend group. When I found my friend group, but what happened was that I was basically behind, bro. So like most of the stuff that they experienced and stuff like that, I was basically out here catching up. I was out here catching up. So that most of the stuff they were talking about and what they knew, I was basically learning for the first time, bro. But the thing is, bro, I was excited. I was excited and be like, yo, happy to get this used computer. The only negative thing was the teacher, bro. Like there was some cool IT teacher, but there was some that we just ah carry the basic the basic negative teacher traits on the work. Uh, uh, but there was some what IT teacher was cool. But the next class as well that was really entertaining was English literature in eighth grade. Bro, what the teacher did was basically, yo, you stand up and you read the literature book because English literature is either basically reading storybooks or whatever books. Yeah, most likely storybooks and basically answering some question based on the book. And the storybook was very interesting, and the reason why it was interesting and it got me more into reading it and exciting was because the way how the teacher taught it in that grade. What will happen is that basically you have um various classmates basically get up and read a passage from it. And just by doing that, you actually get invested into the story. And then you're more likely to be like, okay, I want to read the book and understand what is going on. But that method was really great in English literature. That actually got me into wanting to actually read the book more because I wasn't a reader. But doing that actually got me into the book because the books were really exciting, but I would not know that unless the teacher actually got those people to actually get up and read and try to pretend to be that character. That was the next thing about it. Actually pretend to be that character. Yeah, so as I said, those high school days is valuable. Is valuable. So many days, so many process days. And I think what is that? Do as much as stuff as they can. In high school is a lot of stuff. In university there's a lot more stuff as well. A lot more compared to high school, but there's a lot more stuff you can do there, like 4-H, all kind of clubs. Do as much of the clubs as you can because they translate well on the resume. But in actually doing it and actually embracing it, you actually have a fulfilled high school experience. Like I embraced the basketball days. I embraced those basketball days. And I love every minute of it. Every minute of the basketball days, I loved it, bro. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it for this episode, for the new high school kids coming up. Enjoy those days, bro. Enjoy those days. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.